Tell me this, Cap. I'm gonna ask Lupe, but I want your perspective too. You know who Blue Devil is? Hey, the world.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're here. We're gonna go.
Yeah, do that. Blue Devil. Look.
What you want me to tell him?
No, look, Blue Devil. You know, earlier this morning you told me you taking your son to school. You supposed to hit me back in an hour. Remember, it's been an hour.
Blue Devil, Haters World.
Haters World. Shout out to Blue Devil, the homie.
We're gonna go on Saturday.
Yeah. So just recently he did a reaction to a criminal and bozo conversation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with who bozo is. I'm not.
They're like Southsiders.
I've never. But they're not Mexicans, but they're Southsiders. Criminal, I've been knowing for some years. The rapper, yeah. But I guess Criminal was talking to somebody named Bozo, and Bozo said something about he's ESL. He was proud of being ESL, English second language.
Oh, okay.
And Criminal used that moment to like say, "Oh, that's for Spider Lope," because he and I had an exchange some months back where he went so emotional and crazy about the fact when I was on Blue Devil interview, he asked me this general question: why is it through the years more blacks having collab with Chicano rappers? And I said,
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, and I was like, I think it has a lot to do with the mastery level of the English language. And Criminal is somebody that I've been dealing with for almost 20 years, if not 20 years, respectfully. He got in my DM and left all these disrespectful, highly emotionally charged messages that I couldn't understand. Outside of you, have so many homies that's your race that I can say whatever it comes to the top of my mind without them being offensive. They do the same thing. It's never a problem, but he got so
What
emotional.
did they find offensive?
He found offensive the fact that I said, mastery of the English language? Is that your answer? And then there was another. I couldn't believe it.
Because you know about me, you know about me.
Imagine, give me what's this? Is it a music called mariachi? Is that a kind of music?
The mariachi with
Any kind of Spanish.
Yeah,
What's the music?
like mariachi.
That's a music, right? For your culture. Could you imagine me asking you, damn, Lupe, why your people don't collab with my people more? And you tell me, man, you guys don't really speak Spanish right. How can the fuck that be offensive?
You know, I mean, I don't find it offensive, but like me.
I mean, just, I deal with a lot of Mexicans, bro. I think that probably they could take offense to that by saying like, dang, like, so it's because we ain't mastered how to speak English. It's the reason why blacks don't want to.
It's the reason why a Sereno asking me about, not me personally. He said, why do I believe throughout the years more of our people haven't collab more in the hip hop?
Because I think back then.
And I said, I don't know, maybe. And this is what I'm thinking. Yeah. All the songs we bump, right? That we love through the years. With the right beat, the right people on it. And then you got somebody coming there saying, old English with my vatos. And that's the typical approach throughout the years. He asked me why through the years it hasn't happened more. He didn't ask me why I personally haven't done it. He asked me why do I believe through the years there hasn't been more collab. And as I sat there on the spot and ran through my Rolodex of memories and thoughts on the subject matter, it doesn't mesh well. And the way it doesn't mesh well is because when we typically through the years have listened to this music, we listen.
Yeah, but then the answer is difference in style, not
my thought. It's not a fact. It's he asked me why I thought. And I answered to him the best of, this is what I may think. I had other thoughts if I would have had.
You said mastery of the language.
Of the English language.
That's not the same thing.
I didn't indicate a lack of. What I'm saying is you and I may master English language to a certain level of we communicate the same. It doesn't mean we're excellent at English, but we've mastered it to a level where we communicate on a similar level. Right. Their mastery, whether it's higher or lower, it's at a different level to where it doesn't quite click when we come together. You could come from Baton Rouge, I could come from LA, you could come from New York, and then we get on a beat to talk our shit, our different accents, our different slang, it still meshes to a certain degree.
Right.
You could be G'd up. You could be somebody I respect as much as I know as a Sereno, but when you jump on the record being yourself, it's a totally different sound than what we typically.
You saying the hip hop language? You talking about like they not mastering the hip hop like because a West Coast nigga could rap like a East Coast nigga or any type shit. Because it's all in one. I see what you're saying.
And whether we speak broken English or Ebonics, we have a similar mastery of the English language. And when people are ESL, typically they have a similar mastery. Just like there are certain things that Hispanics say that are slightly off of how we would say them every time. Like just like they'll say like something like this. Let me just give you an example. Like, hey, you going to the game? Yeah, I'm gonna go there right now. We don't say I'm gonna go there right now. That's some shit y'all say every time.
You know what it is? Like, when I speak English, because I didn't learn English till I was in kindergarten, bro. So, excuse me. But like when you speak in Spanish, it's backwards.
Exactly.
That's what it is. So like the way we say a sentence in Spanish is gonna sound different in English because we say it kind of backwards. So knowing the two languages and then the accent makes it even more hard.
So if there's a certain culture of opening your mouth on top of beats that has become popular with a certain group of people, and then the people that are not from that group, as they attempt to collab and fuck around, ask me, hey, why you don't collab more? And I sit back and ask, say, damn, it has to be, first of all, from my thought, I believe it has something to do with the mastery of the language. It doesn't connect.
Because even some of my songs, I like when I say chunky neighborhoods, bro, it seems like you could tell I'm not saying chunky. Like you're saying chinky. Like I'm saying chunky, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But you have a lot of practice. Like even Blue Devil, he's not a crip. But I love the way you say, check out the video. I can't roll it. But he like, the next video, it's not black. It's
an accent.
It's something different. It's so different. I might not want to hear it on a rap song, but I'm attracted to it toward, I like the way that shit roll. Right.
Shout out to Hater World.
Shout out to Hater World. Right. And I'm going to say this though, Blue Devil, you ain't shit because he allowed that Sereno pressure for him to make a phrase to say something like.
So what are you going to do with this song?
No, never. That's my boy. I'm going to lead by example and show how criminal should have happened. Blue Devil said some shit that I didn't agree with, understand, or appreciate. He said I had a lot of trash music recently. You know what I did? I politely texted.
Who said that?
Blue Devil.
Oh, he's a hater, bro.
It's Hater's World. I should have known what I was saying.
You know, he been talking about me, bro.
But he got love for you, though. He got love for you. But this is what happened with Blue Devil, and I'm going to call him out right now. This is what happened. He fell to the pressure because Blue Devil has been nothing but a supporter of mine from the time I initiated communication. There's never been nothing negative, so I take it with a grain of salt. He fell to some pressure of wanting to say something just so people won't think, you on Spider and all you do is. That's what that was. So I'm not tripping. I know what it was when he even uttered it because he has been so supportive. It's kind of like when, like, I'm going to tell you an example. I had a son who was on Big U football team, Curtis Jr. He's a senior at Carson High right now, number 14. When he was like 11 to 12, we was on Big U football team. Wow. And when we got there, it was like week number 2. And they was getting blowed out like 40-0, maybe week number 3. And then when my son got there, he started just doing, he was a man child. Not that he was so great in skill. He just was quicker developed than average kid his age. He was doing all type of amazing shit. So Big U had a motherfucking practice that after the game, he would do some shit like he'd line the team up and be like, you did good, you can leave. And then be like, everybody else, he gonna cook you. Y'all fucked up, you shouldn't have whooped wop. My son, every week, first person, you out of here, gone. I think it got to a point where Big U felt like, I can't just keep letting him go every week. I gotta let him get some of this too. So one day he made my son stay for the scolding after we got blew out. And I got about 12 niggas standing up here and he giving it to him. And I'm watching every little boy start crying because like every little boy got a tear coming down their eye. Man, so I'm like watching. I'm like, damn, I walk away. I'm like, man, I see my son eyes pink as a motherfucker. I swear to God, I was thinking to myself like, man, do not cry, nigga. And then he like, Big, you asking every nigga like, what you do today? They like, nothing. He like, what you do? Nothing. What you do? Nothing. My son was like the last one. He like, what you do? He was like, got a sack. I was like, swim. on my mama, and on sorry, bitch, you was like, on my mama, he was like, his whole energy changed.
This nigga broke the table.
He was like, yo, domino. He was like, you right. He was like, he looked at me like, you right. But plus, my young nigga, like, the tear, it never got wet in the well or nothing. He like held this shit up. But he was barking at everybody. So it just reminded me of that. I think at some point, the people that's giving the judgment, like, we can't just keep giving you we gotta include you in the bullshit too. I think that might be the same thing that Blue Devil was going through. Like, I just can't be Spider. Now the conversation was all based on the Rasa. I think he just had to feel like, oh, some of this music's trash. And then let me say that to say I don't feel like it really was something he meant in his heart. I feel like he feel like the same way Big you feel like today, I can't let him go today too. Yeah. He always going. I think Blue Devil felt like, I can't just be Spider. I'm gonna take this one time to stay. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold it against him, bro.
You want to collab on a song just to kill the noise?
I wouldn't mind. My thing is this, because this thing, Blue Devil, Sereno, Beautiful World Remix, C-Mac.